Down and Out in Paris by George Orwell. He's made friends with a Russian who was wealthy, and the Bolsheviks have taken control, and he's been exiled, and he's living like a pauper on the streets of Paris. They both had no food for several days, but I think this Boris is really, really funny. It's as though one has been turned into a jellyfish, or as though all one's blood had been pumped out and lukewarm water substituted. Complete inertia is my chief memory of hunger, that and being obliged to spit very frequently, and the spittle being curiously white and flocculent like cuckoo spit. I do not know the reason for this, but everyone who has gone hungry for several days has noticed it. On the third morning, I felt much better. I went to see Boris to share his 2 francs a day. He was in bed and furiously angry. As soon as I came in, he burst out, almost joking. He has taken it back, the dirty thief. Who taken what? The Jew. Taken my 2 francs, the dog, the thief. He robbed me in my sleep. On the previous evening, the Jew had flatly refused to pay the daily 2 francs. They had argued and argued. At last, the Jew consented to hand over the money. He had done it in the most offensive manner, making a speech about how kind he was and extorting abject gratitude. Then in the morning, stolen the cash back. This was a blow. I was horribly disappointed, for I had allowed my belly to expect food, a great mistake when one is hungry. However, to my surprise, Boris was far from despairing. He sat up in bed, lighted his pipe, and reviewed the situation. Now listen, mon ami. This is a tight corner. We only have 25 centimes left, and I don't suppose the Jew will ever pay me back. In any case, his behaviour is becoming intolerable. The other night he had the indecency to bring a woman in here while I was there on the floor, the low animal. And I have a worse thing to tell you. The Jew intends clearing out of here. He owes a week's rent. His plan? To avoid the rent and give me the slip too. If the Jew shoots the moon, I shall be left without a roof, and the patron will take my suitcase in lieu of rent. I curse him. We have got to make a vigorous move.